Hello students, we'll start with the next topic. Next topic is the Gigabit Ethernet. In Gigabit Ethernet, it's going to support 1000 Mbps of data, which is 100 times larger than standard Ethernet and 10 times larger than the fast Ethernet. So here it is going to support 1 Gbps of data, which is nothing but 1000 Mbps. And the IEEE name for this Ethernet, that is Gigabit Ethernet, is 802.3z, which was given by IEEE standard. And Ethernet, Gigabit Ethernet, it can be summarized in this way. First one is it can send 1 Gbps of data, and it is more compatible with the standard and fast Ethernet, and it is going to use the same 48-bit addressing mode and the same frame format. And here you are going to study about two layers. First one is MAC layer and second one is physical layer. And one more type of Gigabit Ethernet is 10 Gigabit Ethernet, which is 10 times faster than the existing Gigabit Ethernet. And in Gigabit Ethernet, you are going to use the full duplex mode as well as the half duplex mode, but the most probably used one is full duplex mode for the Gigabit Ethernet, and there is no collision here because the bandwidth allocated is more, and packets can be transmitted easily without any kind of collision. And the maximum length of cable is determined by the signal attenuation in the cable. And we already know about the signal attenuation, and the length of the cable is decided based on what kind of data you want to send and how the signal is being attenuated. And the topology is used for this Gigabit Ethernet. They are point-to-point, almost all, that is point-to-points and star topology, and you can combine many star topologies as well as the hierarchy of stars, which means that you are going to use point-to-point and star topology for the Gigabit Ethernet. This is the topology used to send the data. And next we have one more thing, it is called as a traditional and carrier extension. In carrier extension, the size of the frame is fixed to 512 bytes, which means that you can send the data in the form of frame, and the frame size is fixed to 512 bytes. If it is less than that, then you are going to perform the padding and then you are going to send across the network. This is called as carrier extension. In frame bursting, this carrier extension, what extra bits you are going to add, this is not considered, because every time adding the extra bits is going to be inefficient. So we are going for the frame bursting. In frame bursting, if you have a small number of data which you want to send and you are divided that into frames, all those frames are put into one packet and then they are sent across the network. So frame bursting is well proposed compared to the carrier extension, where all the data is converted into one small frame and then they are going to send across the network. And in Gigabit, you have one more layer which is going to support that, it is a physical layer. And in physical layer, again it's going to use the same topology as that of MAC layer, that is point-to-point and star topology. And in that, you are going to study about some Gigabit Ethernet implementations in case of physical layer, because the physical layer is going to send the data, and to send the data you are going to use the cables. First one is 1000 base SX, because you are going to send the 1000 Mbps of data along with the bandwidth, and SX stands for shortwave. You are going to use 2-wire shortwave fibers to send the data. And next again you have 1000 base LX, which is nothing but long wave fiber, and CX is copper wire, and third last one is T, it is going to be a UTP wire. We are going to use 4 UTP wires in case of implementation. They have shown here. First one is 1000 base SX, and the encoder used here is block encoder, which is 8B by 10B, and the line encoder is NRZ. You can find that 8 into 125, which is going to be 1000 base, and that will be converted into 1.25 Gbps, because encoder it's going to add some extra bits to the transmitted data, and line encoder it is going to encode the data and send it to the network. And at the receiver side, the decoding is going to occur in the same way as that of the encoder. And here you can find 4 UTP cables. The remaining 1000 base LX and 1000 base CX, it is similar to this, and they are going to use the same encoder and decoder methods. That is block 8 by 8B 10B block encoder and NRZ line encoder. And at the other side you can find the UTP cables, they are used to transmit the data, and the input to both the cases it is same, that is 8 course 125 Mbps, and the encoder used here is different, that is 4D Palm 5 encoder, which is not supported by because this encoder it is not the 8B 10B block encoder and NRZ line encoder, these two are merged and they are made into 4D Palm 5 encoder. That is going to perform in the same way, and the 4 ATP cables are used. And it is the comparison between all of them. Media, it's going to be fiber, short wave, long wave, STP and UTP cable. Number of wires required is in first 3 cases 2 and last one is 4, and the length of the cable is restricted to 550 meters, 5000 meters, 25 meters, and last one is 100 meters. Encoding method used and line encoding methods, they are already shown in the diagrams. So this gives the summary of gigabit Ethernet. The next one is 10 gigabit Ethernet. 10 gigabit Ethernet is extension of gigabit Ethernet, whereas in gigabit it was sending 1 Gbps of data per second, but here you are going to send 10 Gbps of data. This is the latest version what we are going to use to send the data across the network. The characteristics here is media what we are going to use to send the data, and the implementation are 10G base S, that is short wave, long wave and the extended wave, and the supported medium is also given as multi-mode, single mode and single mode, and the maximum length of cable is restricted to 300 meters, 10 kilometers and 40 kilometers, and the latest one what we are going to use nowadays it is 10 GB Ethernet. Thank you.